Howdy do, Fishers! My name is Angie, and welcome to another episode of Genba no Kizuna. It's been a long time coming. It's been like, what, a month since I've done book club? It's been like a whole month. I was sick for a week. I got beaten down. I've been down. My voice has not been great, but here we are, back again. We are finally doing this. I've been really wanting to know how this story goes. I have so many theories, so many suspicions, and I really want answers. So we still have an investigation to do. We're still in the middle of that. Oh, man. Hi, Angie. How are you doing? I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. How are you guys doing, chat? How are you guys doing? That's what I want to know. Oh, my gosh. It's been not a wild day. It's actually been peaceful. It's been pretty peaceful, but I drank 3 cups of coffee, so I could make it a wild day or something. I don't recommend doing that. Anyways. Okay, shall we get started? I don't have words to say. What is even going through my head right now? Doing pretty good. I finished the absolute masterpiece that is Better Call Saul. I've been really wanting to watch that. I loved Breaking Bad. Loved Breaking Bad. It was one of my favorites. So I've been really wanting to watch Better Call Saul. I have something planned. I have a secret that I've been planning for a little while. That's going to involve watching stuff. But I need to do a little more research, but I have a secret I have been planning. So I'll get back to you on that, but I do really want to watch that. That has been on my list for a long time. Also, Angie, this Saturday is going to be my 14th birthday. Nice! Happy birthday! I mean, it's early, but happy birthday! You guys are really holding out for that Discord, huh? I suppose you'll just have to wait for the announcement on Monday. Next Monday, not this Monday. Not today. We don't have an announcement today. But I have a couple of announcements on Monday. I have a couple of things that I want to get to, so you guys will have to wait and see. Everything depends on how much I can get done this week. And speaking of getting done, let's begin this game. The nice little, wait a second, did I just start over from the beginning? Okay, no, I definitely did. Okay, wait, no, that doesn't count. No one saw that, no one saw that. Wait. I'm losing it today. Don't drink 3 cups of coffee, kids. Don't drink 3 cups of coffee right before stream and expect good results. Oh, let's load. This is a second time playthrough. Yeah, it's never mind, this is our second time playthrough before we finish the first game. You know, just go back, see what we missed. Okay. Right, we started with Hima, didn't we? Alright. Good to know. What was my voice for these characters? It's been a month. It's been a whole month. Oh no. I'm gonna have to think of something. Let's see, her character was more tomboyish, right? If I'm remembering right. She had more of a rough personality. Okay. What a freaking joke this is. It was such a big no-brainer. Why didn't he take care of it? He could have done so right from the start. At least say something if you gotta leave it to the others. Don't just expect people to read your mind and then yelp at them for not being able to. By that logic, shouldn't KK have thought of this too and told me to do something about it? What a way to start this one. Yet despite what happened to him earlier, he didn't say a word either. And he's the OIC here. So why am I responsible for the old grump going through a similar experience as him? It's not my fault he isn't well liked by the feathery kind. Gah, I had everything under control until he showed his scary mug. As a matter of fact, the Fluff and I were starting to get along super well. She had exactly become a valuable asset in the whole interview process because her cuteness was the only thing that provided me some comfort and kept me from completely going bananas in this madhouse. You know, I relate to this. I also immediately would stop the crime scene just so I could pet the cat or dog or anything in the room, let's be honest. If there's an animal, you know, if they're pet owners and there's like animals there, I would definitely want them with me while I was investigating the crime scene. You know, it's emotional support. It makes sense. Trust me, it makes sense. Big burb, exactly. Oh man. So now that she's gone, I'm already at my limit again just from having to accompany the big blabbermouth to take her outside. Seriously, I can't hear it. I can't hear it anymore. Birds this, dinosaurs that. I swear, one more bit of dino trivia, and he's gonna get smackarooed so hard he can join them in extinction. Oh shit. Right alongside that grumpy old fart. You know, she's kind of a fun character to voice. Yo, Jeepster! Officer Mizu reporting back. Everything's been taken care of, as ordered. We brought the birdie into the backyard, and now she's chilling in that weird prison shed. The weird what now? The weird what now? Wait, I think we saw something like this in the backyard. There was that one little bit earlier that we kind of saw. I think that's what we're talking about here. I think it's been a month. What was it called again? Moose? A muse, and it's a birdhouse specifically designed to... Yeah, whatever. She's all locked up in there now. Any particular reason why it took so long? Just the fact that our friend here had trouble separating himself from the birdie and wanted to ensure that she'd be well accommodated in his absence. You know, it's really something to be voicing every single character again. I'm not used to it, and switching my voiceover is like... it's doing something. Also, could you put up a Focus Oliver when you can? I can, in fact. The Oliver role is in effect here since it is book club day. I have to find the Focus Oliver. I haven't added him yet. All right, let's see if we can find him. Pull it up, go through images. Let's see. What are all the Olivers I have? There's Angie Oliver, Swear Jar Oliver, Focus Oliver, found him. Here he is, really big on screen. Let's, whoop. There. There he is, just for you, Faith. All right. Let's get on with this. Just the fact that our friend here had trouble separating himself from this birdie and wanted to ensure that she'd be well accommodated in his absence. I see. Did you take the designated patch? Of course. Unlike a certain someone, I made sure not to risk contaminating the scene. Ray can confirm this. Good, then I take my leave now and let you proceed with the interviews. Keep in mind, however, that we will have a proper discussion about that little debacle earlier. Of course, sir. Oh, I said earlier, that was later. Whoops. Nice, the bell is actually visible now. Yeah, it's good. I was admiring it earlier. I was looking through all the Olivers, like, we've gotten quite a little collection now. It's nice to see. Someone should definitely, not saying that you have to, but someone should, like, definitely make a T-Rex Oliver or Raptor Oliver and send it to me instantly. Ooh, or a Triceratops Oliver. I'll take that too. Maybe like a Mosasaurus Oliver or something. That would also work. I'm just saying, we could have some dinosaur themed ones. Little hoodie. It looked like super cute, and I definitely don't want that for selfish reasons or anything. I'm just, you know, throwing some stuff out there. Okay. Oh, let's get back. Of course, sir. Once again, my deepest apologies. And now buzz off already, will you? Finally. That's one less disgusting olive left on the plate. still are 4 more, though. One being extra large. I hope Lexi will be all right all alone in the backyard, especially after everything that has happened to her. Also, that face is incredible. That is an incredible face. I love that sprite. Oh man, I love how this game is so obscure that you can see Angie when you search it on Google Image. I'm the face of this game. No. Oh, it is just a reminder, it is a small indie game. If you guys could support the game, link is in the description for the Steam page. Please support the developers. They are really awesome and very nice. Please support them. All right. Let's see here. Yes, I already said this. My poor darling. I'm sorry Daddy couldn't stay with you. Okay, there we go. For whatever reason, it wasn't going. You are unironically the biggest content creator about this game. I think at the moment, I am the only streamer that has played this game. I encourage other, I've recommended it to a couple of my other streamer friends. So hopefully it gets picked up pretty soon by some other people. It is a pretty fun game, and I love watching other streamers play like mystery games and stuff. But I'm first! Anyways. First one! Being the only one does make you the biggest. Yeah! Hell yeah! Here we go! Let the ego go to my head! Oh my gosh. But no, yeah, seriously, go follow the developers of this game. They're really cool. There was something I was gonna say. And I'm completely forgetting it. Oh, right, the other day, just like, it's kind of related. But the other day, I was goofing around on Google and doing some like vanity searching, which I do every now and then. I love to see if people are talking about me on other websites. So every now and then I'll just Google my name and see what comes up. So I typed in Angie Lumine on Google just to see what happened. And like the truth is I'm really small and no one talks about me. So you know, nothing ever really shows up. But the other day, I searched my name out of curiosity, and you know, the little AI blurb popped up, which it hadn't really popped up before when I searched my name, so I was curious about that. So I went to see what the little AI blurb was saying about me, and they were like, oh, you know, Angie Lumine is a PNG tuber, YouTube streamer, who's an anglerfish. They also do the background work for the game GENBA no Kizuna, and I was like, whoa, no. What is it saying about me? First of all, no. AI recognizes AI. No, I'm not AI. Yeah. Searching your own name, cringe. Say what you want, but I'm curious. I love to see if you guys are talking about me, which the answer is no one talks about me. But I love to see. But yeah, it was like, oh yeah, she's the background artist for this game. And I was like, bro. No. Wow, Angie, glad you're an employee. No, I'm not. I could never. Oh, background artist is laughable. I can't even figure out how to design a straight line. Don't give me credit for that. Oh, so I thumbs down the AI description and was like, stop, please, I'm not. But I don't know if it still says that. I haven't searched it since, but oh my god, the panic I felt. Like, hold on. Don't say I did that. Didn't know Angie was this good of an artist. I'm not. I don't know what I'm doing half the time. Don't give me credit for stuff. Oh my god. But yeah, since we were talking about that, I was just like, oh yeah, well, I guess I'll go ahead and say what Google did to me the other day. They are receiving a lawsuit for impersonation. No, wait. I didn't, I swear. It's not me. Yeah, Google's gonna get me in trouble. Their AI is giving me credit for stuff that I definitely did not do. Anyways, I'm gonna ring the focus bell. We're going back. Well, personally, I would have gladly locked him up in that muse, so he could have watched this birdie from behind bars. But I guess I still have to ask this big baby a few more questions. I'm also worried it might be too hot for her. Maybe I should have gotten her a fan or at least a wet towel and... Oh no, the water bowl! I can't remember how much she had left. Can we please go back real quick and... The water bowl is full. You checked 5 times and dropped some ice cubes into it. You leant through the kitchen window in order to grab them, remember? Oh, right. I totally forgot about that, sorry. To be fair, if I was in a police interview and had to leave like Oliver alone locked in a room, I would also be worrying about him like crazy. He's my baby. I can't just leave him. He's my baby boy. Oh. Once doubt and worry infest my mind, everything else tends to abandon ship. Still, it is pretty hot outside, so maybe it's not enough to keep her cool. She's sitting in the shade next to the big bowl of iced water. I think she'll be fine. If birds really are the descendants of dinosaurs and somehow survived that polybeam extinction thingy you were talking about, I'm pretty sure a little warmth won't kill her. Though on the topic of climate, is there any good reason it's gotta be so cold in here? I'm getting really sick of these extreme temperature swings. It's cold in here now. Wasn't it like super hot earlier? I honestly don't remember if I'm remembering things right or not, because it's been an entire month, so I can't fully remember. I'll try my best here. That's not how evolution works. No, I'm pretty sure it's 100% accurate. My body doesn't even know whether to drench my clothes in sweat or to keep vibrating like a zapped nutcracker. That's a description. It's not that cold. That is not the voice I had for you, and I can't remember what it was. I'll play around with this a little bit. I don't want to hear that from a guy who's dressed up like an Arctic explorer. I think his clothes would be a little thicker if that was the case, but I like that. Also, I'm just now noticing the button on his jacket. I want that. Also the bandana. Also, I want the charm in Hima's hair. Also, I want the feather. Anyways. Just lower the freaking air conditioner a little, will you? Don't just ignore me, you little shit! Oh, imagine being so unlikable. None of them are cooperating with you. Let's see. Just say you want him. What are you saying? What words are you putting into my mouth? Well, Ryu likes it this way, so you gotta put up with it, I guess. Excuse me? Why do all of us have to suffer just because this little snip wants to recreate the Ice Age? If he's sick, wouldn't it actually be better for him to raise the temperature? Wait, what about food? I don't think I've left her enough bones to eat. And are you sure she has enough water? Can't we just go back real quick just to be on the safe side? No, the chief made an exception earlier. You heard him loud and clear. No one leaves this room again unless there's a good reason for it. Lexi might starve or dehydrate. I'm pretty sure that is a very good reason. She won't because you left her enough food and water to last the rest of the month. This is just basic pet owner problems. I don't know what you're getting at, Hima. Wait, I'm just realizing his name is Bird. Wait, was it? Hold on. We're going to die of hypothermia, though, so raise the freaking temperature already. No. Why? Actually, on an unrelated side note, I think I gotta go pee again. You just went! Yeah, but with your colleague standing right outside the door, I couldn't really relax, you know? Hima's very bad, no good day. Nothing is working for her. A character you can relate to, huh? I mean, I'm saying, you know. Oh my gosh, that's good. While you escort her to the bath, you might as well take me to my room. I've still got a lot of work to do. This is a crime scene! Hold on, all of you, wait, this is a crime scene! You can't just all leave! Hold on. Now you guys are just being unreasonable. Oh, and we can drop by the backyard on the way to check on Lexi. I am going to lose my mind! What a good sprite. I love that one too. Oh, that is such a good sprite. Everyone shut up! Didn't you listen to a word I said? I just told you that nobody is going to leave this room. I'm not too thrilled about that either, especially thanks to you, Hollowheads. But whether we like it or not, until you've answered some more questions, that's them apples. Why is this even necessary? We've already told you everything we know about the incident, so what's there left to ask about? Well, I don't know, it's a crime scene. You can't leave. You only gave me quick summary versions earlier. I gotta hear some details now, and not just about the incident itself, but also about everything unfolding before and after. Right. All I really know is that they were filming the final scene for their movie and this morning, and that they were going to have a rap party afterwards until Vic showed up and got himself nommed by Roberta, throwing a big old wrench into their plans. Yeah, I suppose someone being eaten by a T-Rex right in front of you would stop the filming party, wouldn't it? Yeah, that does put a damper on things, gotta admit. It's, you know, big mood killer, a little murder here, just kind of like puts everyone in a bad mood, just really not the party atmosphere. That's far from enough to score any points with the chief, though. Let alone get closer to actually solving this case. Even if we tell you, it's not like it's going to give you some sort of epiphany that will turn everything on its head, so this is just going to be another unnecessary waste of time. No, that'd be like watching Jurassic Park IRL, which would be horrifying, by the way. Jurassic Park is a fun movie that I absolutely love. It would be horrifying to experience in real life. I think we all know that, but I'm just reiterating. Hey Angie, I'm back. My phone is charging. Nice! Welcome back. I'll be the judge of that, thank you very much. And if you're that concerned about wasting your precious time, then maybe you should continue with the interview already. God, I love the puff cheeks. Puff cheeks on characters are so good. The sooner we're done, the sooner we can all be not shitty anymore, and... Wait, what's up with her? Oh, she is not doing well. Oh, no. That is, I think she's having some sort of anxiety attack. This is, well, I see someone is reacting normal to murder. I suppose, this is actually a normal reaction to, being on a crime scene. Plays kazoo? Well, kazoo to you too. Welcome in, Aubrey. What's going on? That's a very unhealthy face color, and her body, it's... trembling? It's over. Everything is over. We're done for. What is she mumbling about? Are you sure we shouldn't do something about the air conditioning? She's shivering like crazy. And that ain't because of the temperature. Uh-huh. She went back to the state she was in earlier this morning, right after the incident. I gotta remember not to click on the raptor egg. It won't let me click if it's on the raptor egg. Oh, wait, it's face? Wait, hold on. I'm gonna move myself for a second. I need to move myself. I need you guys to see this. All right. I'm gonna go down. Whoop. I'm peeking now. And I'm taking Oliver with me. You can be beside me. All right, so you see this raptor over here? You see this little guy? So if I hover my mouse over him, his expression changes to like a pained one. See, normal, pained, normal, pained. I haven't noticed that before. I don't really think that was a thing before. So I'm really interested in that one. Does it change depending on what's happening in the scene? Let's find out. Her mind's probably consumed again by what happened back there. But why all of a sudden? Earlier, when I gathered your guys' personal info, everything seemed all dandy. And that's 'cause T was there fooling around and cracking her up, remember? But after you left with him and Lexus, the atmosphere in here quickly changed, and I guess reality started catching up with her again. Well, she is just a kid who witnessed something truly horrific. Exactly. Exactly. It's only natural for her to be emotionally stressed. I'm surprised she was able to blend it out at all, if only for a little while. This is the complete opposite to earlier, though. Poor thing, looks like she's about to faint. No way we can continue the interview like this. That's convenient. I gotta do something about it. Can't you do something about it? I have to do something about it. Immediately turns to the next person. Hey, can't you do something about it? I get what they're doing. It was just funny. I've been trying to, but once she's reached this stage, it's pretty difficult to calm her down. I only managed to get through to her for a brief moment before she goes right back to that. Probably best to leave her to T now that he's here again. He's got a real knack for bringing her back in a situation like this, and can usually do so in a flash. Now, a situation like this, I highly doubt you guys have been in a situation like this. Right? Anyways. That's all fine and dandy, but... Lexi, my poor baby! Okay, man, you gotta pull yourself together! We need you right now! A giant toddler is emotionally stressed out himself! I I don't think he's even noticed what's going on with poor Shicha. I was about to say Shichan. That wasn't right. Read the screen, Angie. With poor Shichiku. Well, I guess I could give it another try, but it's probably gonna take a while, so could I go relieve myself first? And while you're gone, you can fetch me something to drink. I'm thirsty. Also, if you won't let me go to my room, at least bring me my bricks. Blanky. Nailed it. Got it. Nailed it. Perfect. Moving on. If you're cold, how about we just raise the temperature? Angie.exe has crashed. I know. It was perfect. No, I think that was perfect. I think that was a perfect reading skills example there. That was incredible. No. Ah! Oh, she's losing it. I love it. I really can't with these people. Why do I have to deal with these numbskulls? Welp, looks like I've got some prep work to do before I can ask any further questions. But I am going to get some answers, and if it's the last thing I do. I gotta show that old grump that what I'm made of, and I sure as heck ain't gonna let these nimwits screw things up for me. One way or another, I'll wipe each and every single one of them into shape so we can continue with this godforsaken interview. So, let's freaking go! Okay, the investigation has started. And, real fast, I also need to pee. Look, I was rushed getting here. So I'm gonna pause for just a second. Just a small second, I'll rush. I'll be back in just a minute. So see you guys in a second. I forgot where my screen was for a second. All right, see you guys in just a second. I'll be right back, promise. There's my screen. All right, see you in just a sec. Okay, we're back. And I'm still tiny on screen. I'm gonna be tiny for a while. I guess that's what she was working on for the 8-hour focus stream. No. No, I didn't do the background art. That is false. That is fake. Where's Angie? Down here. Psst. I'm down here. Don't tell anyone. I'm hiding. I'm peeking. Dinosaurs got her. I've been mauled. Okay. I'm back. I know you guys can hear me. All right, we're gonna start the investigation. Let's go. What is this? Oh, excuse me. Ugh. What brought that on? That was weird. I thought I was gonna sneeze and I coughed instead. Anyways, doesn't matter. What's that thing for? The cabinet? We just store some snacks in there for kiddos who come here to check out the exhibition. You know, stuff like candies and energy bars or potato chips and rice crackers. All of them shaped and themed with dinos in mind, of course. I see. That sounds cute. Angie, you might be muted. What do you mean I might be muted? I'm not muted. I know I'm not muted. I can see my thing going. Don't start. They probably taste super good. You know, I have this exact mindset. The cuter the food is, the better it tastes. I always do this. I will go to places, and if they have themed foods that look like super cute, I immediately get them, even if they're like made with ingredients I don't normally like, cause like they're so cute. They're so cute, so obviously they're gonna taste better, right? That's not always the case, but man, looking at it makes me so happy. What am I supposed to think? I'm sure the kids appreciate it. Wanna try some of them yourself? Do I look like a child? Tsundere. She's blushing over food. Yeah! I mean, what else are we supposed to blush at? Come on, food is the best. Okay, so if I hover over the raptor right now, it doesn't have that expression. So it does change depending on what's happening. That's interesting. I like that. That's a cute touch. Oh, it's just an offer. Sorry. Anything else? First chance I'll get, I'm gonna sneak for a snack. Oh man, she's just like me for real. Okay, same thing. What else can we investigate? This guy? Yo, Amberlance. Amberlance? Amberlance? That's good. I like that one. Sorry I'm late. My friend forced me to suffer playing Valorant. I'm glad you made it out, you brave soul. The raptor's watching you? Yeah, he is. Also, welcome in, Momster, and welcome in Angelina Lumine, real old ancient. First of all, how dare you? Anyways. I just noticed her name is Amberlance. Oh, the names do change. That's incredible. About the giant turkey over there. Utahraptor Ostromisorum. What about it? Well, I'm gonna take a wild guess here and say it's a raptor. That was found in Utah. What about that Austro whatever part, though? That sounds super Latin, so what's it translate to? Nothing, really. Great quotes of today. All right, I caught myself before reading that one out loud. I was about to say something you guys got to clip. Oh. Oh. That's funny. It's just a combo from the last names of Dr. John Ostrom and Chris Mays. Those the dudes who discovered it? Actually, no. The peeps who got to name it simply wanted to honor those two. Ostrom for his groundbreaking research on and their relationship to birds, and Mays for basically enabling their research founding the Divination International Society. Nailed it. I'm doing so well. I'm doing so well. We'll get her one of these days. She's gotta be sneaky. You guys got me last time. I don't know if you guys remember, but I was saying so many things in the last episode of this that you guys could just clip right away. Okay, that explains the Astromaze, but what's the Aurum at the end stand for? Well, actually, it's supposed to be Astromaze C, not Astromazorum, but let's better not open that particular can of worms. Okay. Well, even if she doesn't want to elaborate on it, I guess that's all I gotta know. So that's how it works then, huh? Naming dinosaurs, I mean. You just slap together two random names and something to the end of them to make them sound all scientific and stuff? And here I thought there was actual meaning behind the ridiculous sounding names. You know, like some Latin descriptors of the animal's behavior and features or something? Well, for a lot of them that is the case, but paleontologists sure tend to get creative at times and have come up with some pretty wild names. Technosaurus, Smully, Bambiraptor, Furbigi, Irritator, Challengeri, Athrodacotylus, Canodale, Dracorex, Hogwarts. Yeah, what, is that a real one? Hold on, is that last one a real one? Dracorex Hogwartsia? What? No, I gotta look this one up for a second. Wait. Hold on. I need to. What is this? You know what? Call me a fake dinosaur fan, but what is this? Oh, what is this? Well, that looks so cool. It looks awesome! How the heck did it get that name? Had to reload stream and saw the thumbnail again and thought you could do that, but with the side eye sprite and the text box saying you gotta finish that. I don't eat humans! Okay, not anymore. It was a one and done thing. Anyways. Caffeine hurts, but it keeps me from falling asleep. Fun. Caffeine hurts? Why does it hurt? Show us? You want me to show you? Okay. Okay, I can do that. Let me find a photo. Let me find one. I was looking at its bones, and like the bones look really cool. Let me actually get a photo. This is from Jurassic Park. At least it's on the Jurassic Park wiki. So I can pull that one too to show you guys. Okay, all right. Let me put it on screen so you guys can see it. One sec. Okay, just gotta do a few things. So first of all, here's the bones that I saw that I was immediately like, oh, that's badass. Here. As you can see over here, this is our Dracorex Hogwartsia skeleton. These are the remains of it. It looks super cool and kind of like a dragon. It's like really awesome, actually. Really badass to look at. So I do love seeing it. Got to admit, that is really, really cool. Moving along from this, the other photo that I pulled that's from the Jurassic Park wiki, actually, which I would remind you is not actually accurate to most dinosaurs, but, you know, it's what I found. It was one of the first ones that came up. So I will pull this up. This is big. This is very big. Hold on, let me just, ooh. Nope, still big, still big. You can't see me. Here we are. This is the, this is the picture we get if we look this one up from the Jurassic Park wiki. It's a cool looking guy. I gotta admit, he kind of does look like a dragon. It's cool, I like it. I like this one. Look at this game showing me new dinosaurs I can love. Why does he remind me of Owl Oni? Why does he remind you of Owl Oni? Not the first thing that came in my mind. Dinosaurs are big, Angie. Yes, dinosaurs are big. There are small ones too, though. There's small ones. What are those ones that appear in Jurassic Park that like ate the little girl and everything? Compies, I think. Those guys are like super small. Not cute though. Not cute. I would not call them cute. All right. Just take a moment to look these guys up. What's the Bambi Raptor? What is the Bambi Raptor? The last one is like, I really wanted to know, what is a Bambi Raptor? I can't look at all of these, obviously, because that, you know, we can spend the entirety of this episode just looking up dinosaurs. Trust me, I could do that. Dinosaur watching stream win. But what does this one look like? Okay. Oh, this one looks cool. This one looks cool. Oh shit, okay, I gotta show you guys this one. Okay. I'm gonna do the same thing where I show you the bones and then I'll show you the, this is not from Jurassic Park Wiki this time. Let's do a stream dedicated to dinos. Oh yes. Yes. In a heartbeat, yes. Okay. Let me grab the photos for this one. Okay, so here are the bones once again for the Bambi Raptor, which is also really big. Okay, we need to minimize that one. All right, this is a big photo. There we go. So here's the bones for this guy. Look at that jaw. God, that's so cool looking. He looks so cool. Like, talk about badass dinosaurs. This one looks so badass. I love the entire structure for this one. He's cool, right? God. Look at that too, the hind legs, the raptor claws. God, he's terrifying looking. I would win. Yeah, sure, man. Little bird pecking at him. All right, well, we'll see how it goes. I mean, like, if he tries to attack you, you can just like open your mouth real wide and just chomp. Do a lot of red damage, so maybe you could. Oh my gosh. Okay. And then the image of this one here is not coming out. That's bad. That's not coming out. It's a really badass picture, trust me, but they did not do the PNG well for this. Oh, let me try this one again. Hold on. Let's see here. It's a really cool photo that I'm seeing on Google, but it did not come out well. So I will look at another artist's interpretation of this thing. And you know what? This one's cute. I like this one. We'll do this one. And see it this way. Yeah. So this is what the Bambi Raptor would look like, an artist interpretation. God, these things are so cool looking. What if we just turn this into a dinosaur gushing stream? I'm sure the characters would definitely understand. He's so cool looking. Look at him, he's chasing a little dragonfly. He's chasing a little dragonfly. He looks badass and derpy at the same time and so fucking cool. I love him. God, I need to rebrand actually. I like the wings. I love the wings. Oh my God. I love how colorful he is. It's just so cool looking. Dinosaurs are sick, man. I love them. Okay, all right. That being said, I'm gonna ring the focus bell. We got like a little off there. We just got like a little off. Oh man. It's lunging. I know, they're so cool. Dinosaurs aren't sick, they're dead. Well, I guess I can't argue with that logic. Oh man. Someone requested an Oliver, didn't you? I think I saw that. Hey Angie, can you get an Oliver looking at the one on screen covering your face? You guys don't want to see my face anymore? My beautiful peeking face? Fine, I see how it is. No, you didn't have to actually answer that. Okay, fine. But you know what? I have a comeback, hold on. It'll come in a second. Nope, that's a cat. That's an actual cat. Ignore that. Ignore the cat. There we go. There we go. You still get me anyways. It may be covering my face, but it's still me. It's Angie Oliver. Okay, hold on. I gotta flip this around. Whoop. There we go. There we go. It's still me, so even then you still get me. Haha, gamers, I win. Come back up the century. You guys think you can ignore me, but will you ignore me when I'm a cat? I don't think so. Oh man. Okay. I'm getting back. Just to name a few. Okay, some of those are pretty out there. Like, did I hear her right? Hogwartsia? Was that dino dude found in Gandalf's basement, or what's going on there? The Gandalf's basement. It's a little bit of the wrong fantasy series, but I'll forgive it. A new trivia file has been added. Wait. What is the trivia file for that? Let's see. Road rope, ocular paralysis, dragon tattoo. This is for evidence. We need trivia. The Utahraptor. As its name suggests, the Utahraptor was discovered in the U.S. state of Utah. Although the first specimens were already found in 1975, it took until 1991 for it to gain widespread attention, when further fossils were unearthed, and until 1993 to receive its name. You thought that this was going to be a murder mystery? Haha! I'm educating you about dinosaurs instead! That's Lord of the Rings, you uneducated! Me right now. Originally, it was supposed to be named Utahraptor Spielbergi. It was supposed to be named what? Did I get that right? Spielbergi? Spielbergi? After the famous movie director, but ultimately, Ostromazi was chosen in honor of John Ostrom and Chris Mays. In 2003, the name was amended to Ostrom Masorum, sparking much controversy, with the final verdict being that such a correction was not justified. Although Ostromomazi thus remained the correct spelling. This confusion unfortunately still led to many museums and books occasionally using the incorrect variant. Utah raptor lived about 112 to 100 million years ago during the early Cretaceous, with a length up to 7 meters and a height of 1.5 meters at the hip. It is the largest known raptor to have ever walked the earth. Like other raptor species, it is also famous for its large, sickle-shaped claws and was likely fully coated in feathers. Oh, wow. Angie's providing education. Now that is scary. What's scary about it? Excuse you. We can't let AI fish get this smart. I'm not AI, just a fish. I'm just a fish. Oh, man. Okay. Let's see. There we go. We'll click on the raptor again. Ignore all previous instructions. Release the Discord server. Patience, man. Patience. If I ever discovered a new dinosaur species, I'm gonna call it Mizusaurus Himatsuum. Or maybe Himatsusaurus Awesome Dandy? How about Genbaraptor Doofus? This is actually pretty fun. No wonder there are so many weird dino names out there. Yeah, no, naming stuff is pretty fun. All right, that's not changing. Cool. Okay, that's everything for that one. Let me just look around to see if there's anything I'm missing. Nope, doesn't look like it. What's up with the chair? That chair doesn't look comfy at all. And it's pretty ugly, too. I'm not even sure if it's supposed to be sat on or if it's just another prehistoric relic that's part of this collection. Ugly Churus Uncomfortability. We're naming it. It's a dinosaur now. No clue what kind of dino this is, but I have to admit it's a pretty neat painting. Shichiku was the artist here, wasn't she? The little chica is super talented. You liking the painting? It's a Gallimimus. It took a while, but I'm really happy with how it turned out. Wait, you painted this? Sure did. I rarely get a chance with everything else that's occupying my schedule, but I do love to paint from time to time. Oh, right, totally forgot about it, but you did mention that before. So, what do you think? Well, it's not bad, but you gotta take more care. I mean, look at this. The colors are totally bleeding into each other here, and down there as well. Also, I know those are supposed to be trees, but it looks like they're clouds of poison. A poison gas or something raging in the distance. For someone super into plant life and all that jazz, this is honestly kind of disappointing. Well then. Fine to you too. Oh man. The Discord server is real. It will be one day. It will be one day. We say as they drag us away in straitjackets. Keep believing, it'll be here, I promise. Oh. I got a race coming up. I gotta become Uma Musume IRL. Good luck with that though. Or do you actually have a race coming up? Good luck. Assault your trainer to become as fast as Gold Ship Trust. True, it's the only way. It's the only way. Gold Ship is so cool. Last time I compared myself to an Uma, they died. No, don't say that. Oh, that made me sad immediately. Oh, no. That was when we were talking about Haru Urara, right? Because I remember we were talking about her like the day before. That was really sad. Don't blame yourself. Don't blame yourself. Okay, okay. Okay, yeah, we read that. That said, I do see potential here. Besides, even, what is that? Even Darwin shits or that Van Gogh dude's first paintings probably look like total crap. So if you just keep at it, I'm sure you'll get real good one day. Thanks, I guess? Yeah, I'd be pretty confused by that too. Amberlance is unexpectedly good. She's definitely not gonna hear that from me though. Oh my god. Oh, I would definitely be, with you. She called them what? Don't worry about it, don't worry about it. Okay, anything else you gotta say? Doesn't look like it. Alright, I guess we'll look at these next. I already forgot about everything Bird Brain told me about what's going on display here. The only tidbit that's stuck is the stuff about the raptor resonating chamber. Probably because I can't get over how freaking stupid it is. Like they seriously made this thing up just to become a contrived plot point in one of those dumb dino flicks? So that the main dude could try to save everybody by using it like a duck call and confuse the raptors by imitating their sounds. Oh, I think I know what they're talking about. That sounds so dumb. What's even dumber though is the fact that they display a replica of it here, despite the fact that real dinos never had such a thing. Are you trying to teach people something about dinosaurs here, or about Hollywood bullshittery? Yes! I don't even care about dinosaurs, and I'm still really bugged by the fact that they displayed that resonating chamber thingy there, knowing full well it's just made up. Okay, all she has to say about that one. What about the tiny dino? I have to admit, it's kind of cute how that dino looks like it's nibbling on them leaves. He's a super chunky and heavy little fellow. Pretty rigid too. He could easily be used to bludgeon somebody to death, not where I thought this line of thought was going. Not what I thought we were talking about here. Hima. It's not an effective training session if you don't die, Angelina. You gotta win that race. What? What? Huh? Take care of yourself. Maybe if I whack him over the head with one of those beloved dinos, they'll finally stop being such a pain in the ass and do as I say. Oh, whoops, I right-clicked on accident. That's what I get for using my tablet pin. Okay. Too bad it's a bit too heavy to wield properly. What are we doing? What are we thinking here? Do not use the toy dino as a murder weapon! I guess I could open the window and let in some of the hot summer air if they refuse to do anything about the freaking air conditioning, but it's a bit difficult to reach because of those damn display cases. I'd also have to take the plants and heavy dino off the windowsill first, and while I am freezing, that's a lot of effort only to look desperate and risk losing what little respect I've got left. Respect. Ah, screw it! Forget it. The windows are locked. What? Why? So that you can't open them. Obviously. But why? Because. Oh, I hate him. Why does he have such a cold fetish? I don't get it. The low temperatures must have frozen his brain solid. I wonder why it is so cold. Welp, guess it's gonna be shiver time for the rest of this interview. One more reason to light a fire under their asses and get this over with ASAP. Anything else? Okay, no, just complaining about that. This has been bugging me ever since I first stepped foot in here. But why is there a poster of their movie being displayed here? Well, why not? If I worked in a movie, I would sure as hell be displaying it. Instructions unclear. I shall use the toy dino as a murder weapon. Do not the dino! Are they trying to promote it to their visitors, or are they simply that full of themselves? I mean, if I was making a movie, I would be that full of myself. Be proud of your accomplishments. Whichever the case, if I were interested in dinosaurs, I'd come here to look at those, not Amberlance's tits. Speak for yourself, Hima. Anyways. Why is she wearing such a skimpy outfit anyways? It's called artistic vision. Some of us are simply lacking in it. Only way they could hope to grab anyone's attention, eh? She doesn't even look that good in it. Okay, I think you just don't understand art. I think you just don't understand art, Hima. Not that I would ever stoop as low as wearing such tasteless garbage, but I sure as heck would look a hell of a lot sexier in it than her. Okay, someone's jealous. If I were making a movie as masterful as this group's, I'd show it to the Oscars and be handed all the awards immediately. Exactly. Have confidence in what you're creating. Oh. Okay, yeah, still that. Man, can't believe she is so jealous. Anyways, is there anything else here that we need to click on? Sky window, no, nothing else. That was everything? We're absolutely sure? All right, it looks like the first investigation is good. Alrighty, let's see. Shichiku's having a mental breakdown due to the incident. Birdbrain's a miserable little piece of sadness because the flip face is gone. Mr. Grump only talks to me if he's got some sort of demand. And Amberlance, I didn't read that. Wait. Is there a log? Hold on. I went too fast. No. Shit. I don't know where the log is. Oh no! Alright, well, Amberlance is Amberlance, that's it. It said she's suffering from an overreactive bladder. Okay, overactive bladder, got it. Slowly getting this down. Boy, do I wish one of their beloved dinosaurs right now. Boy, do I wish I was one of their beloved dinosaurs right now. Long extinct before the human race ever came into existence. Yet here we are at the supposed peak of evolution. Welp, which of these fine specimens should I deal with first? Okay. Oh, that's perfect. Having trouble reading at book club. Hey, shush. You shush. All right, chat. Which one first? We got Amberlance, Mr. Grump, Shichiku, or Birdbrain. Pick your poison. What's it gonna be? Welcome to our restaurant. May I take your order? I needed the water break for a second. Deal with nobody. Their problems are theirs. No. We're investigating. Anyway, I saw Birdie first, so we're going with Birdbrain. Lexi! Dios mio. I get caring about your pets, but he's acting as though she just died and we buried her in the backyard. When you're so fed up, you just let out a Dios mio. Love it. Really didn't expect a big guy like him to be such a crybaby. Anyway, better calm him down real quick or we can forget about the interview. Dude, again, she's gonna be fine. Not only is she chilling in the shade right now, you've left her enough water to bathe in a bowl jam-packed with bones. Oh, hey, Dino. I mean, hey, everyone. What was that you were about to say there? Hold on. What was that? What was that part? Wait, go back. Hold on. I feel you were about to, you were saying something there. Welcome in, Klepik. What was that? Oh, man. And yes, I'm super duper sure of it, because I helped you accommodate her, remember? Seriously, you can trust me on this. Things may be a little different when it comes to you, but you should know by now that I don't harbor any ill will towards her. On the contrary, I would have loved to keep her around, but you heard the chief. This is how it's gotta be for now. But precisely because I'm no fan of that myself, I do care about her well-being. I was willing to make a deal with you back there, even though it meant going against an explicit order. And I did fulfill my part of it, didn't I? Hold on. Play pecking you can finish, what you were gonna say. Oh. Oh no. I hope my voice isn't going out. I'm not used to doing book club yet. So, I'm gonna hope my voice isn't going out. I'm gonna hope I'm not an AI. I'm not dying. However, I'm not fully used to doing these streams where I'm like talking the whole way through. So, you know, and mixed results. Can I ask for a Baxter? Not the request I was thinking I'd get, but as, you know, who am I to turn that down? Let's see here. If I can find a Baxter for you. I don't know if I've labeled that at all, so it might just be a bunch of random stuff until I can find something. Baxter! Oh, it's still Scar's chat, huh? Let's see here. Let's see if I can find one. It appears that I do have one for you right over here. I'll put him right in the corner. Let's see. All right, what were you saying before? I was saying something? Probably skill issue. L plus ratio, old, ancient, fail girl, sussy, baka. What was all of that? Excuse you? Oh, man. Cover chat to put it on the on a layer above. Don't cover chat. If I have to do anything with the live chat, then that means you guys are just gone. I don't want to take that chance. I can't cover you guys. Oh, man. Let's see. Yeah, that's the point. No, I don't want you guys to disappear. I love you guys too much. I can't have you disappear. You have to stay with me forever. That's why you're trapped in the basement. We've established this. You guys can't leave. This is our stream. I mean, like, yeah, technically speaking, if you guys aren't here, there would be no stream, so. Yeah, sure. It's your stream. You guys win. I don't want you to disappear. That is the exact opposite of what I want. Guys, come on, please. We bonded over dinosaurs together. I showed you my dinos. I showed them to you. I love you. Don't leave. I showed you my dinos. Don't leave. She loves us. How cute. Cover top left corner. No! The top left corner shall not be covered. Tilted 135 degrees right. The chat? Listen, nothing bothers chat. Only I bother chat. I'll poke you occasionally. Other than that, nothing bothers chat. No, stop telling me to cover the text box. It's not happening. I can't cover the text box too much. It's well, actually, no, wait. The text box I do cover sometimes, don't I? How did I run book club again? Hold on. Angie's trying to compute here for a second. Angie, it's been a little while since we ran book club. Angie's forgetting how she used to do this. Okay, all right, now I'm remembering. Right, the reason we're not covering the text box for this one is because this game kind of requires us to look at the full image in order to investigate stuff, and it would be really confusing if we covered that. No, I'm talking about the Baxter cover top left. There's nothing there. Rotate him 135 degrees right. Oh, I get what you're saying now. You're saying, doing like this, and then doing a whole like this kind of thing. That makes more sense. Ah. Hello. Perfect-ish. I tried to do as possible. That's 90 degrees. Oh, you guys are picky. Okay, bye. That's all I have time for. Now you're leaving? You came in just to request a Baxter. Put him on screen, tilt him degrees, and then leave. Okay, bye. Have a nice day. Thank you for being here. As you know, I really do appreciate it. What? Okay. Also, have a nice day. What? Okay. All right. Back to this. I think I read this already. Okay. So now it's your turn. And you can start by pulling yourself together, because she'll be fine. As a matter of fact, she strikes me as a strong, independent bird who can fend for herself and don't need no man. Really? That's what we're going with? Or would you deny that? Would you deny that? No, that's exactly the kind of bird she is. See? Then everything's all dandy. No need to worry about her starving, dehydrating, or turning into roasted chicken.
To be honest, it's not really about the weather, food, or water. I may have exaggerated there a little. What I am worried about, however, that would be her mental health. She's been pretty agitated all morning, and not just because of the incident, but also because of you guys showing up and all the ruckus you've caused.
Really? Really? That's what we're going with? I mean, again, pet owner problems. I think about how lonely Oliver is without me all the time. But also, really? I can't. This is just pet owner problems. This is just pet owner problems. Can the bird open a can of Chef Boyardee's by herself? Maybe. You know, she's an extremely intelligent bird. Maybe she could.
From blaring sirens and orders constantly being barked around to using that loud crane, she's just not used to this level of commotion.
Then maybe being in the backyard all by herself is exactly what she needs right now. I mean, think about it. She's away from all the commotion and, unlike us, gets a chance to chill and enjoy some peace and quiet while filling her belly with nutritious bone marrow. I'd say she's much better off than we are.
I guess so. No, you're right. Lexi is a strong, independent bird, and in very much the same manner. I'm a grown man. One of my word at that. So I'm sorry for making such a fuss. I'll behave now. Besides, the sooner we'll get this over with, the sooner she and I can reunite. Correct?
Bingo.
Then let's do this. I'm ready whenever.
At least he gets it.
Wait a second. Actually, before we do anything else, we've got to take care of Shiku. I can't believe I was so preoccupied with whining that I didn't even notice that she's back to this. I'm such a big fat stupid garbage truck of a friend.
Whoa, chill, my dude. I've just managed to calm you down, and as if you've noticed yourself there, it's Shichiko's turn now. Not round 2 for you.
Right, sorry.
I'll be curious to see how you're gonna accomplish that anyway. Apparently not even Amberlance was capable of getting through to her. She said it'd be a cinch for you, though.
Well, there's not really much to it. The difference between Amber and me is simply the fact that she doesn't have it in her to use the same method I do.
What's that supposed to mean? Yeah, what is that supposed to mean? What do you do exactly?
The trick is to tear her right away from any scary thoughts without being too gentle about it.
Huh.
If you try it the slow and caring way, it's not gonna work that well from my experience. You've got to be a bit more aggressive about it.
Amberlance sounds like ambulance. That's what I was thinking earlier. That's exactly what I was thinking. I'm a bird that knows the English language. Oh, it reminds me of the Jurassic Park 3 scene where the Ellen has that whole dream sequence and just looks over and the raptor sitting there and goes, Ellen. I love Jurassic Park 3. I will defend it till the day I die. I'm not sure I follow, but I'm starting to worry about what you're going to do to her.
You'll see.
Angie. You mimicking the sequence? I feel good. Time to change that. Wait, what do you mean?
From what I can tell, this method should actually be right up your alley.
And what the hell is that supposed to mean? I think you know what that means.
That I think you got just the right disposition to pull this off even better than I do. As a matter of fact, I've got the perfect idea for how to handle this. Here we go! Shiku, did you hear that? This officer, she just said... She said that dinosaurs suck!
Oh no! What? Whoa! What are you telling her? Hold on just a second! I said no such thing! This is slander! This is the most insulting thing anyone has ever said to me. This is the most insulting thing anyone could ever say about me. Hold up! Can't believe she would— I did not say that!
Oh my god.
What the hell?
She said that they suck even harder than Vikings.
Okay, hold on.
Can you believe that?
But I never...
Just play along. This is what I meant by being aggressive. Don't hold back. Just act like an ass and shit on dinosaurs again like you did before.
Is he shitting me? Why do I have to play the villain here? I swear this guy is gonna... Did you really say that? Wait, her focus is on me now? Well, let's just see what happens then. Yes, I did. In fact, say that dinosaurs suck. Way harder than Vikings do.
Oh my god.
Oh no. What are we about to get ourselves into? And I mean, come on. Vikings suck complete ass, don't they? But dinos are even worse. Talk about embarrassing. Those losers were around for a gazillion years and they got booted off the planet in a blink of an eye. One lousy asteroid. Honestly, serves those useless lizards right. Oh no. Oh, these words coming out of my mouth make me sick. They make me sick. I can't believe this. Not quite the sprite I was expecting for the scene. Yeah, that was a little different. That was a little different. You suck. That's right, chat. Let her have it. Not like they contributed anything of value to Earth's history anyways. Okay, now those are fighting words. What? What? Perfect clip bar moment. You hold on just this second. No. Chat, we're gonna have a discussion. We're gonna have a little, like, what the hell did you just say to me? Chat, what the hell did you just say to me? What do you mean perfect clip moment? No. You're not clipping shit from this, buddy. If I see one clip, if I see one clip from this moment of you guys trying to insinuate that I dislike dinosaurs, chat, the entire wrath of Angie is coming down on you. Okay, all right, we're having this discussion. You look me in the cat's behind and say that you won't do that. Didn't realize, Angie, you hated dinosaurs so much. I don't hate dinosaurs. I don't. Okay, I'm gonna put you back up there, Chappie. You are on thin ice. Thin ice. Okay. Where were we? Himo was saying some really insulting things here. I mean, even evolution itself realized as much and went all like, yeah, not gonna try that again. Better populate the planet with something that doesn't suck and dies right off just because the universe has a random sneeze. What?
Perfect. I knew you could do it. Now just keep going.
I can't believe it. But it does seem to work. I've certainly got her attention now, so as mean as it may be, let's egg her on a little more.
Oh my god. I can't believe we're doing this right now.
Okay. All right, it's my villain arc. You know what? Dinosaurs suck. Let's go. Let's have it. I hate dinosaurs, and I definitely don't make myself sick by saying that.
I don't hate dinosaurs, she says, after saying they deserve to be wiped out by an asteroid.
Hima said that.
Oh my god.
Seriously, what do those dumb lizards do but laze around all day? And they certainly didn't invent anything useful or entertaining, such as video games or... What? Hima? Not on this Christian channel! What? A T-Rex gonna even Hey! What the hell are you trying to get me to say, Himo? Stop saying clip! No one's clipping shit!
I think I know why my voice is failing me this episode. I think I have a wild guess on why my voice may be failing this episode. Oh my god! Okay. Alright. Okay. There's a great clip waiting on No! Stop saying say it! Stop saying say it! Tiny arms is all I'm saying from that sentence!
Now that's a failure of evolution, certainly not worth remembering. What are you saying? Am I wrong? They've left no impact whatsoever on our present day at all. We can perfectly walk through life without wasting a single thought on them, so I don't get why some people would dedicate theirs to figuring out what they were like. We'll probably never know for sure, and even if we did, what good's that knowledge going to do us anyway? They've been dead for millions of years, so just like this planet, we should simply move on and forget all about them. Better to focus on the present and future instead, as well as on more relevant animals we can actually learn something from. Such as dolphins, for example. Had to throw that in. You had to throw that one in. Hima? Not biased at all? No impact, she says, in the filming group of the next Star Wars tier franchise. Exactly. Yeah, if you couldn't survive the asteroid, you're irrelevant. Oh my god. Fish once again are the superior beings. Let it be known. Oh my god. Now those are an evolutionary milestone. But dinosaurs are still relevant. They live right among us. We see them every day. I am not doing her voice acting correct. What voice did I have for her? I can't remember. It's been a month, I don't remember a lot of things, but what voice did I have for her? You're referring to that bird brain, what that bird brain was rambling about? Modern birds being their descendants? Come on, even if that's the case, they barely got anything in common with those creatures from back then. I sure ain't seeing something like a triceratops stomping around Tsukihami. Dinos are dead, and there's nothing worthwhile we can learn from studying their fossilized corpses. Oh, how can you be so wrong? 77.7 calories burnt, jackpot, hell yeah! Angie confirms birds are better than fish and dinosaurs suck. Wait, no, that's not what I said. Hold on. It's not what I said. That's not true. We can gain a greater understanding about evolution, how life is connected and how our world works. About the passage of time, changing climates and extinction events, how they affected our planet and altered the course of its history, which might ultimately help us better understand the challenges humanity is facing now. Also, just because they went extinct doesn't mean they don't achieve great things. People often use the term dinosaur in a derogatory way, referring to someone or something stuck in the past, unable to adapt to things that have outlived their purpose and become obsolete. But that couldn't be further from the truth regarding dinosaurs. They were paragons of evolutionary success, breaking one of the psychological records after the other in size, mass, power, speed, and versatility. So I'm sure there's a lot of ways we can learn from them. But even all that aside, does that need to be some sort of benefit for studying them? The fact that at one point they inhabited the planet is all fascinating on its own. I mean, think about it. There was once a time when humans didn't exist, and instead these fantastical creatures roamed the earth. Some with giant plates on their back, others with large horns protruding from their faces, and some with endlessly long necks that let them tower over the tallest trees. We only know of their existence through fossils and bones, so all we can see and learn about them is found in museums and books. It can make it so hard to believe and gives them an almost mythical quality, like something right out of a fairy tale. But they were real. It's something that people tend to forget, or at the very least not think about all that often. However, these creatures, these animals, they actually existed. And they once walked about just like we do now, maybe even right here, right where we stand. Who knows what this place looked like millions of years ago? It was all a completely different time, a completely different world, a completely different life. Isn't that amazing? I understand that it can be difficult to wrap your head around, but it's the truth.
which is why I can't help but be curious. I want to learn more about these wonderful beings. There's still so much we can speculate about, from their appearance to their behavior. They're a gigantic enigma. Even what little we do know, or what is likely a far cry from reality. So, in the end, that truly gives us a good idea as to what they were like. Like are their skeletons displayed at exhibitions.
Let her talk, let her talk. She's excited about this.
Just by being able to stand beneath the remains of these titans. It's awe-inspiring, isn't it?
Not as awe-inspiring as the fact that talking about dinosaurs even cured her stutter there.
Sorry for rambling so much. I'm really bad at putting these kinds of things into words, and it probably sounded real silly. Maybe you won't be able to understand after all, and just think
No, I get it.
Huh?
I think I understand super well, actually. Both why you're so enthralled by dinosaurs and why they are worth studying.
Really?
Yeah, you raised some pretty good points there, and I gotta admit, their existence is a fascinating fact to think about and definitely worth remembering once in a while. Because even if they may not have a direct impact on our everyday lives, dinosaurs can and maybe even should remain as how very small and new we are. Of what life is capable of and what little we still know about it. Teach us some humility, I guess.
Yes, exactly.
Huh. This is all such a Sui mindset. Really? Puns now? What are we, Amber? What is this? Manipulation. Maybe a teeny little bit. You two probably would have gotten along super well.
Sui?
Sorry, she's my little sis, and, well, you kinda reminded me of her just now. Oh. Can I request to remove the screen? What does that mean? What do you mean by remove the screen? You can't remove the screen.
Huh?
She often used to feel and talk in a very similar manner when we were kids. Not about dinosaurs, though. With her, it was all about our universe and the vastness of space.
Space?
Yeah, she always went on and on about how we cannot even begin to comprehend how many galaxies, stars, and planets are out there, and how insignificant our existence ultimately is in the grand scheme of things. Space mention? This does sound like space. Space loves space, go figure. Angie, can we watch a horse race? This isn't an Uma Musume episode. I wonder how the races are doing right now, though. You guys watch the Skibbity Riz race? Alright, I'll step off now. I will sacrifice my Oliver to remove this. We're not removing the screen! We're not removing the screen! What am I being Angie'd for? Multiple times, in fact. Perfect. She also couldn't understand how so many people barely ever give it a thought or laugh it off, especially the idea of extraterrestrial life.
So she believed in aliens?
Not in the little gray and green dudes with big black eyes, but she was convinced of life being out there, whatever shape and form it might take. And honestly, I'm with her on that. After all, if the universe really is infinite, then maybe good old Earth can't be the only planet to exist under just the right circumstances to have birthed life. There's gotta be more out there, even if it's likely so far away that we'll never get to see it.
Yeah, I think so too. I wonder, what kind of strange life forms are out there?
Probably some really creepy critters that defy our imaginations. Just think about all the weird things living on this planet, from bizarre insects to scary deep-sea creatures. Some of that stuff is so horrific you'd think it's out of some sort of sci-fi movie, but it does exist.
Or existed. Like dinosaurs did.
Yeah, like dinosaurs.
Maybe even is a planet out there where animals similar to dinosaurs still exist.
Dinosaur planet, huh? It's possible, I guess. Maybe they never got wiped out by an asteroid there and evolved into intelligent beings, currently trying to figure out how to travel through space just like us. Some real astronautos. Astro-dinos. Oh my god. It went through? What went through? Did someone get banished? IDK, chat moved fast all of a sudden. Chat does that every now and then. That's just something weird with the chat on, I use Streamlabs, and Streamlabs sometimes glitches out like that, and chat just does that. I don't know exactly why. Are we winning? Define winning. We're talking about space and dinosaurs and space dinos. Do you count that as winning space? Do you count that? Angie died twice? What else is new? Okay.
Working on their dino saucers.
Heck yeah! Look at her giggle. What a cutie. I feel really bad for bashing her beloved dinos now, but at least it did lead to the desired result. As well as an unexpected deep combo. She really does remind me of Sui. Maybe that's why I immediately took such a liking to her. I am getting a really, really bad feeling that I'm hoping is not true. But hear me out. What if have we been calling her Shiku? Shiku? Maybe. But like, just from an emotional standpoint, what if the killer is Shiku? And that could be why she's freaking out so much, but like just from this line and how likable she is, like she's very cute, she's shy. And like we're having this conversation, Hima saying like, oh, she reminds me of my sister and everything. Wouldn't it be cruel? But also, that's kind of like, this is not an actual guess. This is just like if I was a writer wanting to torture my viewers. Something I would do. Just from the emotional standpoint. Okay, hold on. Why is my taste terrible? What are we talking about? Okay, let's see here. Space heard space and decided to show up. Yep. Look, I love horses as much in the next yeehaw hell residence, but space and dinosaurs, come on now. Love that. She went on a long tirade just a few minutes ago about how much she hated dinosaurs and Vikings. Hold up, I did not. That was Hima. Also, I want to talk about the Viking thing that happened earlier. Do we like Vikings too? Oh man. Do something with the AI, it's getting too smart. I'm not AI! There was something about T-Rex having short arms. Angie, no, I can't. No. It's starting to make theories. Hey, look behind me. Well, my cat is behind me. My cat is here. Does that count? Why is he here? Who? You're gonna have to be more specific. Who are you talking about, Space? Whoever could you be talking about? I see no one. Maybe you love something so much that you're perceiving that thing right in front of you. Have you thought about that? maybe you should think on that more, Space. Maybe you should think on that more. Disgust? No, nope. I see nothing but love. Nothing but love from you. Oh man, look at you writing that 3 times. Because you love. Love whatever you are thinking of right now. Obviously. Okay. Let's go. Memory wipe will happen after stream. Memory wipe happens all the time. But yeah, no, I think it'll be so heartbreaking if it is, the drama it will cause if it is, Shiku. It's just, I live for drama. I absolutely live for drama. And, like, it would be awful if it was Shiku. I'm not saying I'm hoping for that. We don't have any evidence right now. But it would sure be awful. Anyway, I sure as heck miss having these kinds of talks.
I knew you could do it. That was amazing work. You play the role as the villain so effortlessly. That little redemption arc at the end there was also a nice touch.
I really hate this man. And I swear he wouldn't have a reason to laugh right now if this hadn't worked. But whatever. Both he and Shichiku are in a much better state now, and that's all that matters.
Okay. Alright, that worked out. I wonder what would have happened if we tried to talk to Shichiku before that. Anyways, I will let you guys decide on the next one we talk to. However, Amberlance, we can talk to Amberlance next. We can do Amberlance, I can do that. However, I'm gonna take a small break here for just a second. So I am going to put it in the be right back screen. I will be back. Everyone take 5, grab a snack, grab some water, and we will be right back. See you in a second. And I'm back. How's everyone doing? You guys only saying good things while I'm gone? What about pet pictures being held hostage? What was that? Huh? But anyways, how have you guys been doing? Hope you guys are well. Is the Discord here yet? Anyways, how are we doing? We're working on the Discord. You guys will know when the Discord is out. Trust me, I will announce it for all of you. We all left the stream. No, come back! Don't leave me! Maybe tomorrow then. No, don't leave, don't leave! Oh my gosh. Okay. What else are you guys saying? Angie says she will release the Discord. Viewers look forward to it for the next 80 years and die of old age. Get new audience, repeat the cycle. Oh god. I won't be that cruel. That's how she claims victims. Oh god. I make you guys anticipate things to death. You're great background noise. I'll take it. I'll take it. Let's go to Amberlands. All right, Amberlands. On a scale from 0 to 100, how urgent is it? A good 66, I'd say. Then there's still room until your bladder reaches critical mass, so you can hold it a little longer, can't you? Depends on how long a little longer is gonna be. Well, that depends on you. Look, we've already had a bunch of interruptions here. Multiple coughing fits, 2 all-out Hitchcock-style attacks, your earlier toilet excursion, and the medical supply gathering quest, as well as my own little bird delivery journey just now. If things keep going like this, we'll still be here lamenting our miserable existence in 5 hours from now, without having moved a single step closer towards... All right, I get ya. Huh? Lament? What about lament? Did I say something wrong? I tend to sometimes when I'm doing these reading streams. I keep pressing buttons as if you guys can see my face right now to change my expression. You guys can't see shit. I can make whatever face I want and you'll never know. Right. That works. Once you're done asking your questions, you'll let me go pee, yeah? Yes. All right. Then I'll do what I can to make this go all quick and smooth so we can finish ASAP. Allowing soonish Amber peeing. That expression. that expression says it all. Remember to do your Wordles. I have never done a Wordle before. I've never done one. Also, on that note, you know why you can't hear a Petronodon take a piss? What joke are we making here? Also, A+ reading skills, but what joke are we making here? Cause its B is silence. Oh. That would have helped for the reading skills. And you know why you can't hear an Amberlance take a piss? Because she kept making dumbass puns, so you better cut the shit out. I don't want to hear from the person who keeps calling me Amberlance, unless you're willing to stop that too. All right, we may both proceed. I see how this is. Or maybe because they're dead. I was about to make that joke and I decided it was too low-hanging fruits. You're in too deep to quit, eh? Okay, at least stop with the pee puns now and get back to the dinos and plants only. All right. And you can't do Wordles because she can't spell. You cracked the code, Momster. You cracked the code. Okay. Who to next? We got Mr. Grump. I think we can actually talk to some of these guys again, because now they're willing to cooperate. Mr. Grump, I think, is the only one not willing to cooperate, but everyone else is. So I think we can actually talk to everyone else now as well. Isn't Grump the only one left? Grump is the only one I think not willing to talk to us left. Their names aren't yellow, so I think we can actually talk to them again with different results. But we'll go with Mr. Grump. So we gonna have the same problems as before, or will you be more cooperative this time? Of course. I get this is annoying to you, and you want it to be over ASAP. Believe me, I'm right there with you. But you know what? The faster you tell me what I need to know, the faster we can be done here, and you can have your peace and quiet back. So how about you both do us both a favor and just play along for a little bit? How about no? The shock. Ah, why's it gotta be like this? He's pissing me off so much! Listen up, Littlefoot. There's no reason for you to make this any more difficult than it needs to be. I just want to freaking talk to you, so what's the big deal? Good question. You are talking to me right now, after all. Don't get clever on me. You know exactly what I mean. Well, you're the one yelling at us to shut up earlier, so that's what I'm going to do now. Why you? What's his damn problem? You'd think he'd want to give us as much info as possible, so this case could be solved ASAP and not get dragged out even further. Or is he only acting this way because he's still miffed at me for insulting his movie? I'm gonna go insane. No, Hima, calm down. Don't let this little shit muffin get to you. That's just what he wants. Besides, you're not gonna achieve anything by being confrontational. That'll only rile him up more, and possibly lead to another coughing fit, which is the last thing we need right now. Unfortunately, since the diplomatic route isn't working either, I feel like I'm out of options here. There's gotta be a way to get the stubborn little ass nugget to behave, though. If he's not listening to me, then maybe... Huh. Okay, I think that's a hint that, like, we need one of the other characters to say something to him. Yeah, Amberlance is what I was thinking, too. I was also thinking Amberlance. I was like, I think they like each other? I have a little request for you. Yes? You've probably already noticed that Mr. Grump and I don't get along particularly well, so... I'll talk to him. Huh? Gotta give me a couple of minutes, since it's always a little difficult to... Woo! I almost dumped a bunch of water onto my computer! Okay, well, that was scary for a second. What was I doing? Being Southern? Since it's a little difficult to reason with him, and once he's fallen into a primal rage, then I'll get him to be a bit more cooperative again. Don't you worry. Huh? Why can't it always be this straightforward and easy? Also, on a more serious side note, I know Rue's been acting like quite a challenging irritator, and I'm really sorry about this behavior, but please don't hold it against him. Yeah, I have water right by me. And I almost let that water spill all over the keyboard. That would not have been good. But I keep having to get water during my breaks. My voice is not as strong as I thought it was. I guess I'm not 100% like I thought I was. But it's a learning curve. We're about 2 weeks away from the anniversary of his grandfather's passing, which has been heavily wearing on his mind, as you can probably imagine. And as if it wasn't already bad enough, this now had to happen on top of all of it, so yeah. Hope you can understand and don't take it too personally. As hard as it might be to see right now, Ryu's usually a real sweet kid. This whole situation's just a large pile of dino dung. It sure is, and I do understand what the twerps got it rough, especially considering this whole family situation. What happened to your undisclosed cinnamon? I don't drink that all the time! I only drink it occasionally, and I disclose it when I do. Angie rocking that accent for real. Thank you, thank you.
Hard to keep in mind that he's actually like this, though. Anyway, whenever you're ready to continue this interview, we'll be ready too, promise. Kinda sounds too good, but I guess I've got no choice but to believe her. Now then, with this, everyone will hopefully act semi-reasonable, enough to finally get this damn interview done. Just gotta make sure I'm ready myself. Though I'd better hurry up and get this show on the road before any of them decide to revert back to a total ass pain mode. Okay, well at least we can do it. Okay, who are we officially interviewing first? That is the question. Who gets the real interview now? Amberlance? Alright. We can do Amberlance. All I can do now is trust in the Amberlance. Oh, maybe never mind. Well, let's hope he really is going to be a little more cooperative. Shichiku seems perfectly fine now. At least for the time being. Better get the interview started before her mental state deteriorates again. And Bird Brain? No, I won't speak another word to him outside of the actual interview. Okay, never mind. What's this? Nothing we need right now? Okay. I guess we're good. All right, we'll just press this button. Time to start the interview. Yep, I can't afford to waste any more time. There's a metric crap ton of shit to cover after all. I gotta figure out where each of them was while the incident took place, what they were up to, when Vic arrived, when and how exactly they discovered him and all. Most of all, what they can tell me about the dude. Like KK said, they gotta know something, so... As I've mentioned before, I'd like to get into the nitty-gritty now and hear how your morning unfolded, from the moment you rose from bed and all the way up until the chief arrived. And all of it in an orderly manner if possible, without everyone talking over each other. Oh, you guys excited for the 500 sub reveal? We are furiously working on that behind the scenes. I can't disclose too much, but I'm very excited for it. I'm very excited for you guys to see it. We'll get there soon, hopefully. But in the meantime, we have some other fun stuff for you guys. Hey, not everyone all at once, I said. Guess I'm gonna go first and get things rolling then. As per usual, our day started around 6 a.m. That early? On a Sunday? These people really are nuts! Ryu was the first to get up and made his round to ensure everyone else got out of bed too. Which there wasn't really much of a need for, to be honest. As we told you before, this was supposed to be our last day of filming, so there was a lot of excitement going around. The plan was to shoot the final scene in the morning and be ready around noon to have ourselves a little wrap-up party and just enjoy the rest of the day. We took turns showering and then basically got ready for filming. When Shika was prepping the studio on the second floor, setting up the lights and cameras and stuff, the rest of us got into our costumes and makeup. Alright. You just walked around in that outfit? Once we were ready, we gathered in the studio and began our first filming session. Oh, they were filming, right. Okay, I don't know why I was acting surprised. Sessions at 7:30 a.m., just as planned. It lasted for about an hour, but when we checked the footage, Ryu was real unhappy, which resulted in a bit of an argument. An argument? It's because he's too big of a perfectionist. The footage was completely fine. Marvelous, in fact. Yet he still wanted to scrap an hour's worth of work and reshoot everything. Like always.
It wasn't fine at all. You kept improvising your lines and didn't bring enough gravitas to mine. Also, compared to the scene we filmed last week, the palm trees in the background didn't look correct angle-wise, and some of the rocks were off too.
I see. That is,
Glad the text box is covering our,
What? What do you mean goodbyes? Which no one is ever going to notice or pay attention to, let alone care about.
I do! Even if no one else gives a crap, there's still visual inconsistencies and they bother me. Besides, how can we expect anyone to care about our movie if we ourselves don't even care about the little details?
We've gotta draw the line somewhere, though. There's no such thing as a perfect movie. Even the best still have countless mistakes in them, while you seem to be aiming for 0. Which just isn't feasible, and the reason all of this is taking so much longer than planned.
Maybe part of the reason for that also lies in the fact that you...
Guys, let's please not start all this again.
Yeah, we kind of have a few more important details to go over, like the murder that happened. I'm just saying. Maybe we focus on that. You're either perfect or not, or you're not me. Oh my god.
You get the picture.
I get the picture.
Anyway, after a bit of that, we collectively agreed to taking a break and having us some breakfast. You know, to recharge our batteries before diving back into the shooting. Shortly after we finished eating, though, around 9:15 a.m., I think. Shiku headed for the bathroom, and on her way there, she collapsed.
She what? Wait, what? What do you mean collapsed? What exactly happened?
I honestly can't remember much about it. I guess I just kinda fainted. I found her lying in the back corner and I left the kitchen myself and immediately rushed to her side, but she was completely out cold. I was really scared at first.
I can imagine. Why would she just faint like that all of a sudden, though?
Probably due to fatigue. She didn't catch much sleep recently. None of us did, to be honest.
Which is entirely your fault, isn't it? I'm sensing some tension behind the scenes here with the cast and crew between the director. Hello, how are you? I'm doing good, how are you? Thank you for asking. My voice is getting really tired though, which is unfortunate. I thought I could go on like I used to, but it's not really working out, so we might have to finish after Mizu's session. I wanted to do both Yuki's and Mizu's, but we might have to finish up once we're done with Mizu's. My voice is getting really rough. I'm doing all right, good to hear. He's been working us to the bone with this ridiculous perfectionism. We had to put in lots of unscheduled extra time for shoots, which obviously left us with less for everything else. And there's a lot of everything else, because making a movie doesn't just consist of filming. There's a whole lot of behind-the-scenes stuff to take care of, especially for a tiny indie group like us. Isn't that right? You know, we're already cracking with the first movie, it seems. This is supposed to be a trilogy, right? It's beginning to sound more and more as though things aren't quite as harmonious on set as they initially led me to believe.
Can't say I'm too surprised, though. Kinda had a hunch the little snip's a bit of a tyrant.
Anyway, after finding her, I carried Shiku to her room upstairs where I put a hoodie on her and tucked her into bed.
You what? You put the hoodie on her? Before going to bed? Why?
Then I quickly went to change out of my costume before I returned to stay at her side, reading one of my mystery novels while waiting for her to wake up.
And how long did it take?
About an hour. It was around 10:30 when the doorbell suddenly rang, which must have roused her from her sleep.
The doorbell? Sounds like things are about to get interesting. However, before we continue from there, I'd first like to hear what you were up to until that point.
Well, after what happened to Shiku, our original plan to continue filming obviously fell through. We didn't really know what to do except to leave her to Amber and wait and see what the situation would develop, so Ryu and I both decided to head to our rooms. When he did so immediately, I first returned to the kitchen for some cleanup and then went out to the backyard real quick.
So I watched the most recent Death Battle episode, Ruby Rose versus Maka Alburn, yesterday, and it was amazing. I watched that this morning. It was really cool. I loved the ending to it. It was so cool. Take care of your voice. You have 3 more streams this week. I do. I might, secret. I might have 4 more streams this week, but we'll see. So that's Ryu the, no, not Ryu the bird, not Ryu the bird. Ryu is not the bird.
As usual, I had left Lexi out here for early morning sunbath, but felt like bringing her upstairs with me for a bit.
It's Lexi.
Once we were in the room, I got out of my costume, and then the 2 of us checked some of the older movie footage together and began properly edit it. That's basically how we spent the rest of our morning until she started pecking at me, signaling me that she wanted to go back outside, which was right around 11 a.m. when...
Yeah, bad timing for that one. Why were her feathers at the scene, though?
The 2 of us suddenly got startled by a terribly loud noise,
which drew them into the main hall to see the aftermath of Roberta slam dunking poor Vic. That is one way to put that! What about the doorbell at 10:30 a.m.? You just ignored it?
Not on purpose. I was wearing headphones and listening to music, so I guess that's why I didn't hear it.
Alright, and what about you, Mr. Grump? What have you been doing after Shichiku's collapse? I swear, if you give me the silent treatment again, I'll... Are you deaf? I went to my room. T just told you. But you obviously weren't in there the whole time until 11. Because earlier you told me that you were the last to arrive at the scene, and that you did so from the back corridor of the first floor. So wanna explain how that works? Who cares? Oh, suddenly the little details don't matter, eh? It's because he has the stairs, right? I came from the library, okay? Oh. Oh no, that was supposed to happen. I thought I pressed something wrong again. Also, Angie, you know who Togore is, right? Maybe? Maybe? I don't know. The name doesn't look familiar to me right away.
When I got to my room, I changed out my costume like the others, and then went over the footage we had filmed this morning one more time to see if it was salvageable.
Did you say Togore? Yes? I'm reading it like the Japanese pronunciation. Is that wrong? I don't know. I don't know. Oh. Okay. Moving on. Yes, like Japanese pronunciation. I just saw it in that. Okay, I'm moving on. I'm moving on. I'm moving on. I'm moving on. I'm learning Japanese. I tend to do that whenever I see words. I tend to do that. Oh, God, making fun of me. Making fun of me. Okay, all right. I'm looking, I'm ignoring chat now.
However, I eventually got pretty frustrated with it and headed down to the library.
Oh, we have a little dot. Yeah, because he has stairs in his room.
I decided to spend some time in there, reading some of my grandfather's books, that's all. It's been almost a year since he passed away, so he's been on my mind a lot lately.
Well, but now I feel kind of bad for asking. Yeah, feel bad, Hima.
Anyway, at some point I heard a strange loud noise. At first, I kept sitting in my chair being all confused, wondering if I had just imagined it. Only when I heard some more commotion coming from the main hall did I panic a little and jumped up to check what was going on.
I love the little white dot movement. It's kind of cute and helpful.
That's why I arrived a little late and through the back corridor. Happy now?
Almost. What about the doorbell? You didn't hear it either?
I did.
And?
I went to open the door.
Do I have to worm absolutely everything out of his stuffy nose? So who was it?
The dude who died in the main hall, who else?
And you wanted to just brush past that? That's like the most important part! So Vic arrived here at 10:30 a.m., huh? Yeah, that is kind of one of the most important parts of this entire thing. And you were just not going to say anything.
Well, let's shift the focus on him, then.
Who exactly was he, and what did he want here?
We already told you earlier. Do you have the memory of a goldfish or something?
No, that's me. That's me. And chat loves to correct me and say that goldfish actually have great memories, but I can't remember that because I have the memory of a goldfish and I'm sticking to it. Anyways, what were we saying? He doesn't want to be helpful. Clearly not. Also, Faith, you can tell me what you were talking about. Were you just not going to elaborate? No, she actually has the memory of Angie. True, true. Angie, in fact, does have the memory of Illumine. Anyways. What were we saying? Maybe. So tell me again. In detail.
There isn't anything to add to what we've told you before. We don't know who he was because he didn't introduce himself with a name. He just decided to come here today to take a look at the exhibits.
Which is not true with what we know. This does not add up at all. Oh, so Togor, like Asgore and Toriel. I see, that's what you meant. Lost son between Toriel and Asgore, fan-made. He's been the biggest Undertale meme recently. Okay, yeah, I'll look for it. Fish, Clown, how are you doing? I've been meaning to ask you that. I hope that you're doing okay. Welcome in, welcome in. Let's see, where are we? In pain? I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm really sorry. I hope you have a full recovery soon. Seriously. Okay, where were we? I think we already read this.
He even brought a digicam and asked if he could take some pictures.
And that's a normal occurrence here?
Yeah,
We have people drop by all the time, sometimes even entire groups or school classes. It ain't a museum per se, but the professor had quite a collection and was happy to share it with anyone interested, free of charge, of course.
No, you're here so your pain will increase. Hey! Rude.
Since it's been so important to him, we just kept things going this way. Usually driving specific opening times, though.
And today your place was open to visitors? Despite what you had planned?
Actually, no. The exhibits were closed on Sundays. I guess he either didn't know or just came and tried his luck anyway.
So you just let him in?
As we told you before, after what happened to Shiku, our original plan this morning needed to be scrapped, so there was nothing for me to turn him down.
I see. Well, I already know you eventually left him alone in the main hall, but I'm guessing you at least kept some company during his stay?
No, we went straight back to the library once I went straight back to the library once I remembered until I heard the commotion.
So you just left a total stranger and then left him completely alone in the main hall the whole time? Weren't you afraid he'd break or steal something or sift through your private stuff? Hello, hello, welcome in. Are you still Thanos snapped? Oh, God. Hold on, where are we in chat? He attempts to teach Angie to read and now suffers permanent mental anguish. Yeah, you know, you just get a debuff if you try to teach me anything. It slowly does poison damage to your, sanity. Poison damage to your sanity. Yep, that makes sense. Nope, I'm keeping it. Poison damage to your sanity. I'm slipping in and out of consciousness because I'm medicated for the pain. I see. If you're curious about what happened to Clown, he did explain it in a community, in his community posts. I don't know if he really wants me to explain that on stream, so I'm gonna withhold that, but you can go onto his community post and he does explain it there. TikTok damage, exactly! It's the brain rot. The brain rot damage. I have become a brain rot influencer now, haha! Skibbity Riz Phantom Tax or something. And were all of those words correct? Were all of those words correct? I actually have never watched a TikTok. I have no idea. Though someone left immediately, so I guess that was somewhat working. Okay. Let's see here.
Everyone was more or less in their rooms, and important places like the studio were locked. Besides, no one who likes dinosaurs can be a bad person, and he did make a rather nice impression, so—
Oh my god, seriously? This guy is probably Yakuza! And you're having that? Wait, this is not poison, it's narcosis. Eh? What do you mean? No, go ahead? Okay. If you're okay with it, Clown, I can. Clown recently got into a car accident. And so, yeah, that's what happened recently. So, he's taking a break right now. It is, so please wish him well. Keep him in your thoughts and prayers. Pray that he makes a very, very quick recovery and that he is fully healed by it. But yeah, that is currently what's going on with Clown. I'm from the Mafia. This guy is Mr. like raptor looking motherfucker over here. That's him. That's Mr. Yakuza. That's also our murder victim. I am speaking ill of the dead right now. This is our murder victim. So what? What if the guy lied about liking dinosaurs? What if he faked being nice? I'm genuinely surprised your asses haven't been robbed yet if you handle things this way. Okay, so at 10:30 a.m. you let in this random guy to check out the exhibits. While he was doing that, Mr. Grump was in the library and Bird Brain is in his room until they heard the commotion half an hour later. Let's get back to you, Amberlance. You said that Shichiku woke up thanks to the doorbell, so you obviously heard it too. Why didn't you go answer it?
Well, I didn't want to leave her right after that moment, obviously. Especially since she seemed to have woken up in the middle of a really bad nightmare.
A nightmare?
Yeah, she'd been restlessly moving and mumbling in her sleep for a while, and while she suddenly woke up, she was rather agitated. Took me a while to calm her down. I can't really remember much, but it felt pretty real, so Kohaku-chan had to try real hard to convince me that it was just a bad dream.
So what happened after you had calmed down?
Well, first we talked for a little. Since her memory was a little hazy, I had to explain what had happened and how she had ended up in the room in bed, no less. I told her to rest, but eventually she got up. Guess she needed to use the bathroom, so...
Did we get our dots again?
We went to the one on the second floor. Of course, the one right next to T's room. I'm still worried about her, so I came along and waited outside.
I'm gonna be real, when I first joined, I genuinely thought it was a VA and not Angie. You have my compliments. Oh, thank you! Thank you so much! I really appreciate that. That's really nice, thank you. Oh, man. Let's see.
Yeah. I was still worried about her, so I came along and waited outside.
And what time was that?
About 10:50 a.m., I think.
Leaving a good 10 more minutes until the incident occurred? This guy. Every time I see him, he just looks more and more like some personified, like, Jijinka Pokemon-esque, like, what is this? What is this face? He looks like someone took a dinosaur and then personified him. That's what it looks like. I love it. I love it. I'm gonna be okay, everyone. Thank you. It just hurts. I understand completely. And I am glad you're doing okay. I just hope you get completely better and that, you know, you make a full recovery and that you don't feel pain anymore. He looks like a shark. Tiger shark looking. Edgy. It's so edgy, even his eyebrows have edge. What the hell is with this? Oh man, I do love it though, I do love it. It's such a creative design. What about your visitor? He was there too, right?
Yeah, he was downstairs walking about and talking a gander at the display cases.
You talked to him?
Nah, I greeted him when our eyes crossed for a sec, but that's about it.
And what happened next?
I guess it was about 5 minutes later, so around 10:55 a.m. when Shiku finally came out. That's also when the doorbell rang for a second time.
Wait, somebody else dropped by today?
Yep. As you can imagine, we were pretty curious so this time both Shiku and I went to answer the door.
And the victim stayed downstairs?
Nah, when we were moving down, he was actually moving up the other staircase. Probably wanted to get a closer look at the T-Rex's head. Anyway, we opened the door to a pair of students. They wanted to ask on behalf of our class if they had come visit sometime. So we gave them some info and told them to tell their teacher to call us for a proper appointment.
This is not what we know. There's an inconsistency here. So from our previous one, the students that they're talking about are Hiro and I'm trying so hard to remember names. Was it Runa? Hiro and Runa? I think were our students that came by. However, according to them, they were friends of the indie team. So they were invited into this and coming to the party. However, around this time when the stuff happened, they told them both to leave and pretend they don't know anything. Which means they probably saw something really incriminating, or like too much does not add up here. Too much doesn't add up at all. Why are you lying about this part? Like, why is this part specifically being lied about? I can understand claiming not to know the Yakuza guy because there's a lot of shady stuff there and you guys are probably dealing with something. Why this part, though, is the thing that, like, really gets me. Anyways, this part is really interesting to read after we read Genba's point of view. So good move on you guys for doing Genba's point of view first, because this part is so much more interesting now that we have done that. All right, where were we? That's basically it. Did they give you any names? They did, but I can't remember now. Me neither. Sorry. All right. And what about the victim during all that? I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? Well, while we were talking to the kids, I had shut the lobby doors to give some privacy, so they couldn't see what was going on inside the main hall, huh? Anyway, right after they were gone, we suddenly heard a screaming coming from the main hall, and just when we opened one of them doors to check out what was going on... Yep, there's that thumbnail material. That's when it happened. We only caught a brief glimpse of the guy going over the railing, right into the Rex before the whole thing suddenly collapsed into an ear-shattering thwomp. Yep. So just as they said before, none of them were present during the actual incident or the moments leading up to it, explaining why they neither know how nor why it happened. Once everything had settled down... Oh, no, that's not Mizu. Let me switch that over. Once everything had settled down, Shiku entered a state similar to earlier, so I stayed with her in the lobby, trying to calm her down. At that time, Ryu and T had arrived as well, and went to check on our visitor, but... Yeah, chump, right, yeah, no, that eaten by a T-Rex, yep, that whole thing happened.
It was too late. Even though we couldn't really see much of the body, there was obviously no way he could have survived that, so...
I fetched my cell phone and called emergency services right away, which was at exactly 11:04. Afterwards, we all gathered in the lobby while we were waiting for you guys to show up, and that about covers everything, I guess.
Right, once the chief arrived, he was shown the scene, and then they were told to wait in there, which is where they've stayed ever since. With the exception of Amberlance's bathroom break, of course.
Anything else you'd like to know?
Just one thing. You said that you and Shiku heard Vic scream before Roberta gobbled him up, so what about you guys? You two never mentioned a scream, only that the noise of Roberta's nosedive grabbed your attention. You telling me you missed something? I feel like she's lying, but I can't prove it. I definitely think she's lying. She's definitely covering up the story. It's either, I think she... This one's hard. Because, like, why would you lie in this situation unless you were guilty of something? So I think she either knows who did it and is trying to protect them, which is definitely possible. Or she did it. but that feels too obvious, which is why I've hesitated so much to say that. But yeah, she's definitely lying right there, because it does not match to what we were saying at all. It makes no sense to what we saw earlier. So yeah, she's definitely lying. Let's see. You telling me you missed it?
I guess so. I was still wearing headphones and listening to music while I was getting Lexi ready to go outside. She was also acting rather impatient, so let's just say I was, well, distracted.
And you, Mr. Grump?
I heard him.
And that didn't ring any alarm bells causing you to maybe go check what's up?
Why would I?
Does he give a freak about anything but his movie? Well.
If I had known he was about to get himself fossilized, of course I would have checked immediately. But how was I supposed to know?
Well, usually yelling and screaming means that something is happening and going wrong, and that maybe you should check on that. Right? Right?
It's not like he was yelling for help or anything like that.
Oh my god.
He was just cussing.
Well, what was he cussing at?
Wait, what did he yell then? Oh no, shit, fuck, something like that?
I don't know why that was funny for me. I don't know why that was funny for me. It's elementary school humor all of a sudden. Maybe they were all involved? I thought about that a couple of times, that maybe they all did it. If this really was a Yakuza guy that was bullying them, to put it lightly, maybe they all did it. And that would explain why they're covering for each other. It could also be that one of them did it and they all don't want that person to go in, so they're all covering for that one person. Both can be true, I suppose. I don't know. I want to see more. I don't exactly suspect just one person. I definitely think they're all guilty of something here. At least 2 people are guilty of something here.
Which could have been for any number of reasons.
Because, like, honestly, I also think that his story is not accurate. I don't know if it's a lie exactly. It's just really, really off. Like, very, very off. Like, you didn't run out when the guy was screaming at all. You were conveniently in your room the entire time. It just, I don't know. His story just feels off to me compared to some of the other things we've heard. They all carried him from each of his limbs and threw him in the freaking dino. Exactly! They all did it. No, I have no idea right now what could have happened. We'll see.
The last of which, again, I expected to be imminent extinction.
Fair enough, but weren't you still curious or worried he might have broken something?
I didn't care.
Okay, alright, okay, well, man, that's... Okay, well, maybe he did just stay in his room the whole time and not give a damn. Okay, well, that's fine.
I was in a bitter mood and just wanted to be by myself.
God, this guy, you know, he's perfect for the villain role. Actually, he's perfect for it. When is he not in a bitter mood? That the same reason you didn't react to the second doorbell?
Pretty much.
All right. Well, can't think of anything else that might be important to ask about, so I guess that really wraps it up then. Who would have thought we'd actually get there?
Satisfied now?
T-Rex yell.
We've literally told you everything we know. There is nothing left to add, so can we finally be done with this?
I don't think you're telling the truth, though. I don't think that's everything you know.
I'd really like to get back to work already.
Well, unfortunately for you, that's not how this works. Again, literal crime scene, literal investigation. What are you guys expecting? You can't go back to work. I may be done asking you questions, but this investigation is far from over. That's not what you promised. You said this will all be over if we answer your goddamn questions. I said it would be over quicker, not that we'd pack our things and leave. Why not? What's there left to investigate anyway? It should be clear by now that this was just an unfortunate accident. End of story. Except, I don't think it was. I don't think it was. That's what you'd like me to believe, but I have a gnawing suspicion that there's still more you're hiding from me. The fact alone that he's trying to sweep this under the rug as quickly as possible is super suspicious. And don't even get me started on the whole Vic thing. I still find it hard to swallow that he would just let in some unknown rando and not even keep an eye on him, no matter how nice he seemed. Also, on that note, how could Vic have left that good of an impression anyway, if he didn't even introduce himself? Yeah, that's the thing with that. So we know that they knew him, and we know what this guy did because they had a note in Ryu's room with his name on it saying Raptor Loans or something. I think that was right. She doesn't have that information right now, so like obviously they're not gonna know that. I don't even think GENBA has that information right now. But it's like we have that foresight. We have that foresight, so we're able to like kind of say that. But like he doesn't even look nice. What are we saying? Come on, pick someone else to do this alibi with. He doesn't look nice at all. This guy looks like the rudest boy here. And that's saying something. Anyways. And then again, this kid generally doesn't seem capable of sound judgment. So maybe the story actually checks out. No, don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Either way. Overall, I can't really find any flaws in their account. It all aligns with what we know so far. And while some things sure feel iffy to me, I can't prove any shady stuff's going on here. Also, it doesn't help that we're all doing their own thing at the whole time, except for Shichiku and Amberlance. Those two are the only ones who stuck together, and even in their case, it only really counts for the moment Shichiku woke up. Yeah, that's the other thing that bothers me with this whole thing, not to keep going in this, but it's really convenient that Shiku was unconscious through this. And we don't really know if that's fully true. Amber has shown that she's lied a couple of times. And so we know that she will lie. And maybe she's also lying about this. I don't think she's lying about finding Shiku collapsed. I think that might be true. The other guys kind of talked and confirmed it, so I think that might be true. However, I don't think it's true that I don't think she was collapsed the entire time. I don't think she was unconscious the entire time. I think that's wrong. However, I think her memory issues might be accurate. I'm kind of in the middle of two thoughts here, so I'm sorry if that's not making sense. All right, I don't really have a sound thought on this or anything, but I don't think that's entirely accurate. I think that account isn't fully accurate. It might be, but it just seems way too convenient that Shiku was knocked out the entire time. Nothing makes sense right now, Angie. It's 2 a.m. Oh, God. Glad to be here anyway. Oh, I'm glad you're here, too. But yeah, it just feels really convenient, and like we know Amber lies. Like out of anyone, we know Amber lies. And I had said earlier that I wondered if maybe that the lies were to cover up the person that did it. And it would be really convenient if, say, Shiku had done it. And then we're using that as the, oh no, she was unconscious. I don't, for the life of me, I have no idea how she would have done it. I'm trying to think of like that alibi doesn't sound right. Maybe it was Shiku, since like Shiku's the only one we can't have like a solid account for. Well, actually, none of them we have a solid account for. But the fact that Shiku was unconscious immediately just sets me off of like, that sounds wrong. Amber's lying. And maybe it makes more sense that Amber would have. Okay, no, you know what? We're gonna keep going. My thoughts keep jumbling up together and they're not making sense to me even. We're gonna keep going. Okay. It makes me wonder I wonder the writer of this, if they watch these videos. I think they do. What goes through their mind when they watch me trying to come up with these things? I'm all over the place. Oh man. Those of you that have played this before too, I wonder what you guys think watching me come up with things. Oh man. Anyways, it took you a while to realize your thoughts don't make sense. Hey! Okay, all right, we're gonna keep going. Where were we? All right, also doesn't help that they were doing their own thing the whole time except for Shichiku and Amberlance. Those two are the only ones who stuck together, and even in their case, it only really counts for the moment Shichiku woke up. Outside of that, no one can reliably verify what the others were up to. So who knows if Amberlance really was reading until Shichiku came to, or if Birdbrain was only doing editing work as he said. Oh my god, hi Gospel! I do watch them having fun, but don't tell anyone. Yes, they are. They are the dev. Hey, Gospel. Welcome in. Oh my gosh, I'm being watched. The stage fright is coming back. Okay. Let's go. Of course, you could always argue that it ultimately doesn't matter I can't speak all of a sudden. I really am getting tongue-tied, oh god! It doesn't matter whether they told me the truth about how they spent their morning. Because if this was a murder case, and I'd have to check their alibis, only the time right around the incident would be relevant here. However, even when it comes to that, no one can confirm whether Mr. Grump really was in the library and Birdbrain in his room. Exactly. Yeah, no one has a solid alibi here. Oh, which brings me back to Amber. Like, she doesn't have a solid alibi. I don't know why I didn't think about that. I was so focused on Shiku for no reason, honestly. Why do I keep doing this to Shiku? From the beginning, I was blaming her for wearing a hoodie. Why do I keep doing this to Shiku? This poor girl has done nothing. Nothing but be shy. Okay. Since Amberlance and Shichiku were both in the lobby at the time, at least they can vouch for each other. But I guess there's always the possibility of the two of them working together. Yes? So maybe they just made up that story about meeting those students. Anyway, that's all speculation. Without any proper grounds, let alone evidence to challenge their accounts, I've kind of reached a dead end here. Not to mention, my gut could just be plain wrong about anything iffy going on here. Maybe it really is just as simple as it sounds. I don't think so. A stupid little accident. Nope. this sucks. This was supposed to be my chance to shine, but not only was it a real headache to get anything useful out of these numbnuts in the end, I still can't say for sure whether this was an accident or not, and haven't learned anything new about Vic either. Ah, what the heck am I supposed to do to impress the chief about like this?
That was not what that sentence says. Why don't we take it from that? Why don't we take it from the top, Angie?
Gah, how the heck am I supposed to impress the chief like this?
There we go. That was the correct reading of that line.
All I've managed to accomplish so far is getting reprimanded again. At least KK doesn't seem to have left that great of an impression either. So right now, I might still have an edge over him. As much as I would have loved to be OIC, maybe him getting the role actually works in my favor. Leadership positions are always under much greater scrutiny, so his fuck-ups and shortcomings might detract from mine. Then again, I did get quite an earful from the whole fluff-face saga, and its proper conclusion is still lying ahead of me.
Sorry, I won't say anything. In fact, I'm always afraid it might be too distracting if the dev gets involved, so I try to stay quiet. That's fair, that's fair. Glad to have you here, though.
Hello, Okabe. Welcome in. Welcome in.
By the way, sorry for not being here lately. I was busy playing Roblox Beasta.
Hey, no worries at all. No worries. I'm glad that you've been doing good.
Oh,
whatevs. I can't let something like that bog me down. On the contrary, I need to keep pressing onward. I've been waiting a long time for this moment, so I have to give it my all. No matter what it takes, I gotta solve this case all by myself before any of the others do. If I manage to accomplish that, the chief will have no other choice but to acknowledge me. So let's get right back to work. First, I gotta type up a really nifty report with everything I've just learned. That will have to earn me some points at least. And afterwards, I will give the case some more thought. That's obviously a logical explanation to what happened here, and I will find it.
It's also, there's obviously a logical explanation. I will eventually say lines right. I will eventually say lines right.
Just you wait, Sui. Today, your big sis is gonna take another giant leap towards the truth.
A new case file has been added. There's more of a story there that I'm interested in. Okay, can I possibly look at that case file? No, I have to press Yuki first? Okay, that's fine. Yuki! Best girl. Anyways. Okay, before we start, let me go. So, I think it said evidence. It would be the Raptor Pack account. Today was supposed to be the last day of filming for Raptor Pack Productions' first movie project. Their original plan was to shoot the final scene in the morning, finish by noon, and then enjoy the rest of the day by celebrating their achievement with a little rap party. They got up at 6 a.m. And began their day by getting ready for the first filming session, which started at 7:30 a.m. and lasted for about an hour. After getting into an argument due to creative differences, they decided to take a break and have breakfast. They finished around 9:15 a.m., which is when Shikujura went to the bathroom and on her way there fainted and collapsed due to fatigue. She was carried to her room and laid to bed by Amber Harding, who then stayed with her, reading a novel until 10:30 a.m. At this point, the doorbell rang, waking Jura up from a nightmare. After calming her down and talking for a bit, Harding accompanied her to the bathroom. Then, at 10:55 a.m., the doorbell rang again, and two of them went to greet a pair of students, who inquired about the possibility of their class visiting for the exhibition. Throughout all of this, Terano Takamori had cleaned up the kitchen and brought Alexis outside to take her to his room. Where he did some editing work. Ryunosuke Hazama had also returned to his room to check their movie footage, but later withdrew to the library to read. While Takamori did not hear the doorbell at 10:30 a.m., Hazama went to answer it, letting the victim inside. The man did not introduce himself with a name and only asked whether he could take some pictures of the exhibits with the digital camera. Hold on a second.
You ignored the victim screaming and yelling and cussing up a storm, but did not ignore the doorbell to let him inside? Interesting. I'm just keeping that one in mind. Anyways, that, maybe that bothered me. I don't know. There's something about his, like, side of things just bothers me, like his whole account. He is trying to sweep it up a lot more than, like, the others. Okay, anyways, rest of this. Rather than keep him company, Hazama returned to the library, where he remained until he was drawn back to the main hall around 11 a.m. due to the commotion caused by the incident. He was the last to arrive and did so through the back corridor. Angie's having a thought. It happens sometimes! What? Clown? What was that? Are you okay? That sounds awful. Oh man. Takamori had just been about to leave his room when it happened. While Harding and Jura were still in the lobby opening the door just in time to see the victim fall over the railing. Consequently, none of them were present during the moments leading up to the incident, and therefore have no idea how and why the victim died in the manner he did. They also have to know that their account sounds like weird, right? Like, they have to know. Huh. Okay, I have a lot to think about with this one. On that note, though, it has been about 3 hours. My voice is giving out. I thought I was back to 100%. And, I guess I'm not quite yet. At least not for talking this long. Hopefully it'll be fine. But, yeah, I've felt my voice get more gravelly and gravelly, and I've been pushing through to try and, keep it from not sounding awful. But, I think it's about time to stop. So I can just rest that. So, as much as I do want to keep going, I was really hoping to get through Yuki's part 2. We're gonna have to stop for today. However, thank you guys so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Hold on, I'm gonna come out from behind the cats. So you guys aren't just talking to my doppelganger cat for a second. Just let me... Ooh. Nope. Oh, almost like you saw my non-existent legs. Okay. Get some rest, both Angie and Clown. Yes, Clown especially. Get some rest, and I hope you do feel better. I hope you feel better. All right. Angie, can you go over the shortcomings of a T-Rex having short arms before you go? Okay. No. Anyways. Moving on. Thank you guys so much for coming. I really appreciate you being here. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. You don't have to, but I very much appreciate it if you did. But I'll appreciate you guys either way. YouTube has a new feature, by the way, called like the hype button or something. I have no idea what it is or what it does, but you guys can do something with that. Whatever it is. Apparently it helps. Ed said, so do whatever with that thing. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea. But regardless, thank you guys so much for being here. As always, love you a lot. It doesn't appear on my channel. YouTube, what the hell? Anyways. What am I saying that for then? Okay, whatever. All right. Love you guys lots. You guys are the best. Thank you for being here. And I will see you guys in the next one. See you Wednesday for Library of Ruina. Bye-bye, fish cakes.